Should I do this? You're listening to the Amplify Podcast with Dan R. Morris and Rachel Martin, brought to you by Blogging Concentrated.
You don't have to orbit the moon to wring out a washcloth. Some bloggers get to the top going a different way. And as I like to say, I'd rather be farking. All these social media headlines next on the Amplify Podcast. Newmar episode 1 in the car.
1 in the car.
This is number 1 in the car.
I was waiting for you to do the whatever the music.
That's you have to get the music live on iTunes.
I know, but I was thinking you would just kind of do it yourself.
The music's only available on iTunes.
Oh, do we have an exclusive soundtrack for the iTunes music now? Should
we sell the album, the Amplify Podcast soundtrack?
Maybe we'll go to the... hey, look what happens when we get out of the sun. There. Maybe we'll go to number 1 in 37 minutes.
Oh, wait, that was a different podcast. We didn't do it.
Oh, we're not talking about that podcast? Even though today, this time, we're talking about favorite things?
Yes.
We're talking about our favorite things from the podcast?
From the first 32 episodes.
From the first 32. How do you say 32 in Romanian?
Trezet și doi.
I wonder if people know that you do the Romanian.
It's Trezet și două. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
But they say Trez două, I think.
Oh, Trez două?
Yeah. It's like the slang version.
Oh, in Italian, it's trenta due.
Yeah, I don't think they speak Italian in Romania.
No, I don't think so either. All right, so here we are in the middle of Nevada. You keep making that smiley face to everybody.
Yes.
That's nice. All right, so we're going to talk about our favorite things. One of the favorite things that I like, which you bring up all the time, which makes me laugh, is wearable devices.
I'm not a fan of the wearable devices.
Just today in Salt Lake City, you brought up the idea of wearable devices.
I thought that there was a good chance we could meet someone at the outdoor show who might be interested in sponsoring our show if they have some tech-related wearable device, since you like to talk about them all the time.
It's you that talks about them. I told you it's on the Christmas list for you now.
I don't want a wearable.
Okay. Right, no wearables for Dan. No, just drive.
Don't give me a wearable.
No wearables. Okay, no wearables for Dan. Look, this is an X shot.
I just want to go nude.
Really?
Huh?
That's weird.
All right, I'll take something to wear.
All right. So, onward. Look at the lighting right now.
Okay, talk fast.
Okay, really
get the whole podcast done.
I really like the astronaut Reed Weissman.
Huh? Reed Weissman's awesome.
Yes,
He's an astronaut. Oh, the sun is back.
It's a good shadow face. I mean,
really.
I can move it over.
One of the things that we like to research and find are ways that technology is bringing education closer to us.
Yes.
So one of my favorite things, maybe it was last year, was one of the astronauts took a washcloth in outer space.
That was last year, yes.
And he wrung it. And it was for students. What would happen if you wring out a soaking wet washcloth in outer space?
Fascinating.
And I would advise you to go watch the video because it will blow your mind as to what happens.
How about you tweet the video to everyone on Amplify?
All right,
let's tweet that. That's good.
That's a good plan.
That's a great plan. All right, so I like Reed Weissman because he was the first Vine video from space.
Oh, yeah, he is a social media superstar astronaut.
I think it's cool because it's making the final frontier closer to all of us.
And recently we learned about a huge dig. Was that in Tucson?
I thought it was in Wyoming where we just were.
Oh, yes, in Wyoming. Like a huge fossil dig. They're going to pull out a mastodon or something.
That's cool, and they're live tweeting it. So I think that's awesome, the way that they're using social media in that way.
So it's one of the things we do on Amplify is find cool things like that involve bringing science to you through technology.
That's cool. That's good. And speaking of the final frontier, it's not here in Nevada. The final frontier, we also talk quite often about Star Trek, or people that have been involved with Star Trek.
I don't know how come that comes up, but I do know that I like to use Trekkies as an example.
I have an idea about why it comes up. Is because Star Trek is a little bit trending. It could be in technology. They started to think of ideas, and then maybe that's why we think of Star Trek all the time, like the stuff that they had done. I'm making something up.
I personally bring it up because everyone grasps the concept of Trekkies as a community.
Just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I mean, we've been in the car forever. I can mess around like that.
Yes, the idea of Trekkies is something that people grasp.
All right, so Trekkies. So we mentioned LeVar Burton. He was fabulous.
No, wait. He's the
Reading Rainbow guy, but he was in Star Trek.
He was Geordi LaForge.
Geordi LaForge in our first episode ever.
A name I spelled wrong in the title of the show.
I know. That's all right. I forgive you.
I didn't know it would be like Geordi.
Who does know that anyway? It's all
Jenny
right.
Munn.
Okay.
She sent me a note that said I spelled it wrong.
Well,
I don't know these
You're not a Trekkie. You're not a Trekkie, even though you bring up Trekkie stuff. Like William Shatner, we talked about him too.
Do you know he's a blogger?
Yes, we do. We know he's a blogger. It's awesome.
Do you know William Shatner's got a blog Now, I'm not saying, like, he writes 4 sentences. Like, he downloaded the Facebook Mentions app, which is for celebrities, and then he did an entire blog post on it, including screenshots, pluses, minuses. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
I just can't see Captain Kirk sitting down, plucking keys, taking screenshots, and putting them in a blog.
Yes, yeah, I know. Sorry, total sidetrack moment there. I can't imagine it either. And I also, the other people that I like that we bring up are all these travelers. Whoa, the sun right now.
Wait, not the travelers. We were talking about Star Trek.
We were talking about...
Which is like superstars.
But they do travel stuff.
But we mentioned other superstars.
Who's another superstar?
Like Pauly Shore used YouTube to find some sort of intern.
Yes, he did. That's right. That is cool.
In their very first episode with Geordi.
Well, that first episode rocked.
And then some Snooki.
Yes, we talked about Gwyneth Paltrow. We've talked about all these different celebrities that have used social media.
Yeah, I like that stuff. It's just fun.
I do too. It is, and I think people enjoy it because then it shows kind of what.
Sean Astin. Yes. He's a podcaster.
Mm-hmm. With Vox Populi Radio.
Yep.
Yeah, we met him. Have a picture with him. We should tweet that picture.
And then, what else do we do? Oh, so you said travel.
Travel. Well, I love all the stories that we've done of people who travel, including a travel blogger with the map on his back, or Lee Thompson? Yes.
From Flashback Travel, who climbed to the top of the Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil and took a selfie.
Right, which we both thought was absolutely crazy.
And we know Jennifer Powell from Bliston, Canada.
Whoa.
She is right now climbing to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Okay, that is super cool. We're going to get her autograph. We'll get her autograph in Bliston. All right.
Let's just, and then what else do we talk about on?
Well, all the tech stuff besides the wearable devices, and then what's happening with Facebook and what's happening with Twitter, and then.
But we like to bring up new stuff like Tipcast.
We do. We bring up Tipcast and FARC, even though it's not really new, but not many people knew about it.
Well, even though they get more traffic than Google Plus.
I know, which is great and crazy.
Somebody knows about them. We just didn't.
Exactly.
And then Tipcast is an app that's, I think, is cooler than Instagram myself.
I think it is really cool.
And then we talk about Dropbox.
There's a banger.
Dropbox is crazy.
You are really... Well, Dropbox is set up on my computer as an alert. So then often in the morning I'll send you, guess what, I got another Dropbox alert.
I think Dropbox is the Facebook killer.
I know. We did a whole
through
episode
our podcast, we're tracking what Dropbox is doing because something big is going to happen. I just don't know what it is.
Something big with Dropbox. You heard it from Dan. Right
Something
here.
big.
Something big. All right, Dan. So my phone, so we're recording it, only has like under 10 minutes of battery left.
Oh, I see.
I know I'm trying, but got that battery issue.
So within our own community, we have bloggers that are doing pretty cool things.
We do.
Leslie Samuel of BecomeAblogger.com,
who's also speaking with us in Milwaukee and Grand Rapids.
Yes, he has opened up Become a Blogger University. So if
cool.
you or anybody you know wants to become a blogger, he's going to take you from beginning to becoming a rock star.
Cool.
Which we think is awesome.
That's right. We love Kelly Snyder.
Kelly Snyder is a rock star in her own right. She has helping bloggers put together media kits so they can be more attractive to media, PR, brands.
Yep, and she does some great surveys too as well. So
yeah, as part of the whole process.
The media kit process. Yep. So that's awesome.
So if you would like to actually listen to an actual episode of the Amplify Podcast, this is not real. This is like
this is real.
Episode.
We're real right here.
No, this is our animated selves.
This is?
Yeah, this is animated.
Oh.
You thought we were live?
Really, we're not live?
No, this is a voiceover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, I look way different than I thought I did, and so do you.
Yeah, this is not real.
That's right.
So we are on, the Amplify Podcast is on iTunes.
Yes.
But we would like you to go to your smartphone and download the Stitcher app.
Stitcher.
And search for Amplify Podcast. And then press the little plus to subscribe to it on Stitcher. That way you can be updated whenever we put out a new episode.
Exactly. And you can tweet us at Amplify Podcast with any social media news as well.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
That's good.
So we look forward to seeing you on the podcast in the near future and not in the car.
Yeah. Okay, so should we get gas now?
We're getting gas.
All right. You gonna say goodbye?
I don't know how to say goodbye. We've got no professional sign-off on the car.
We really need to work on the professional sign-off.
All right.
See you later. Yeah.